Hello, friends on the interwebs. I'm Rachel Blasky.
And I'm Julia Hearn.
And welcome to the Clickbait series, where you learn helpful tips about the game industry as quick as a click. That's why it's called that, right?
Because we're basically awesome.
Yes. Since we're on the road, we're giving you the short and sweet version of each topic and the takeaways at the end of the chat.
And today's topic is tips and tricks for Essen.
Essen. So take this moment to have a sip of coffee and a quick listen because you're invited.
This episode is brought to you by XYZ Game Labs.
And we're on YouTube now. So take a minute to subscribe, and then you'll know when we post new content. And that's how things are supposed to work.
So yeah, let's get into it. Tips and tricks for Essen. So Essen Spiel. So you're going to Germany, and if you're from the United States, that's going to mean that you have to change money. You are going to be handling cash a lot. You can now, especially with VAT taxes. If you have your own VAT tax number, you can be taking charges, but you're regardless going to be taking money in cash, and that means changing it out. So you can go to your bank and find out what the currency exchange rate is there. You can also do it any number of places, but my quick tip for you is if you do it somewhere at the airport and you go through a specific vendor there, on the way back, they will not charge you the handling fees 2 times. And sometimes that offsets the cost of doing it at your bank. So if you're, just know when your flight is so that you're during business hours both ways, because otherwise, you can't buy a flight just to get in to do the currency exchange a second time on the way back. So it can be beneficial to take an extra few minutes to know where you're going to do your currency exchange and how to maximize that, avoiding the extra fees involved in changing your currency.
Nice hack.
Thanks. Second one, what'd you have at cash? Keep it safe. There's some people who know that these are cash heavy shows because there are a lot of people coming from other countries who handle a lot of transactions in cash, and they steal, and it's a known problem. Essen, they work on it. It's not because they're just being like, oh well, throw you to the wolves, but these are highly organized professional groups of thieves. Have your cash on you. I know it's not attractive, but get yourself the fanny pack. I don't care. A lockbox that isn't actually tied down to your booth is not safe. So be aware of who has it, who's handling it at all times. Reinforce that with anybody who is handling cash, and maybe don't let your demo team take the money in this particular instance.
For real.
Third tip. There are rule sets that you're supposed to have translated copies of each of your games into German, and the safety, the little baby onion picture logo that says ages 0 to 3 choking hazard. If your copies of the games don't have these things, I have found that printing out Google Translate and having it just something on hand in your booth is still acceptable. And they provide a template, but also actual stickers if you ask for them through Essen Spiel to put on your boxes. Better safe than sorry. Know what the rules, but having it as a choking hazard, if you don't have that already on your game, make sure you look into it. And this is ages 0 to 3, so most of your games should have it anyway. Right. But if they don't, get some stickers, friends. Then finally, tip 4.
Okay.
It's not just jet lag. Time just runs differently. You're used to the American way of life where 10 minutes late, on time is late and 10 minutes late is forever ago. Stuff happens when it happens. Try to be patient. Try to be understanding of that, and try not to, die in a fit of rage of being unable to actually move things faster. Just accept that. Try to roll with the changes. It's not always going to be the same as what you're accustomed to. Get used to just going and moving along with it. And I could keep talking about other things, but that is not the point of this particular series. So I'm going to stop now and say thank you so much for joining us. And remember, even when we're on the road, you're invited.